Office of the Nigeria Inspector General of Police, IGP, has clarified that some of his personnel who were accused on social media of being involved in an act of armed robbery, kidnapping amongst other crimes have been dismissed from the service while some were demoted to their previous ranks. The police authority said the officer who was found to be a member of armed robbery gang has been dismissed and charged to court in line with Nigeria criminal justice system. According to the police authority, several high-ranking senior officers are currently facing the first disciplinary committee following allegations of misconduct leveled against them by members of the public. Plus, Olumiwa Adejobi, the first public relations officer, in a press briefing on Friday, gave details of some men of the Nigeria police force who have been sanctioned following their acts of indiscipline and criminal conspiracy. Adejobi stated that all cases of misconduct reported by members of the public against police personnel have been attended to and justice done accordingly. In his words, Adejobi said, in a decisive move to uphold the highest standards of professionalism and integrity within the Nigeria Police Force, the Inspector General of Police, IGP Kayode Adeolu Egbetokun, has emphasized his administration's zero-tolerance policy towards any form of indiscipline. He stressed that the mandate of the police is to serve and protect with honor and integrity, and as such all breaches of the core values of the NPF will be met with decisive action to maintain public trust and ensure justice. In line with this policy, all cases reported against personnel have been creditably attended to, and justice have been done appropriately. Many of the erring officers have been sanctioned, while some cases are still at the orderly room trial level, and will soon be concluded. For instance, a police inspector has been dismissed from service 133, others were demoted to their previous ranks following thorough investigations which confirmed their involvement in various acts of indiscipline, crime. One Inspector Adamo Mohammed was dismissed for the offenses of criminal conspiracy, armed robbery, kidnapping, and corrupt practice. The dismissed officer, along with 5 others, were members of an armed robbery gang responsible for the robbery of the sum of 29.8 million naira from a victim in Gwagwalada, FCT, as well as the kidnap of one Ikechukwu Emmanuel Okafor in Tonga Manje and the collection of ransom sum of 4.4 million naira. The ex-officer has been charged to court accordingly. Similarly, the trio of Inspectors Osage Efford, Samuel Amekin, and Francis Ahuen, attached to the Special Tactical Squad (STS), have been demoted to their previous rank of sergeant for the extortion of some motorists in Abuja. The trio intercepted an unregistered Mercedes-Benz at Gwarinpa, Abuja, and forced the occupants to part with the total sum of 29.4 million naira. The matter, when reported by one Harrison Gwamishu at Harrison 18 via the social media platform X, was taken up and properly investigated. While the monies have been returned to the complainants, the officers were subjected to orderly room trial in line with extant laws and have been demoted. Also, recognizing that accountability must be enforced at all levels, several senior officers have been subjected to the forced disciplinary committee hearings. These hearings are part of an exhaustive review process to scrutinize and address allegations of misconduct against higher-ranking officers of the force. This wave of disciplinary actions is part of a broader initiative to implement comprehensive reforms within the police force. These reforms aim to strengthen internal oversight mechanisms, enhance training programs focused on ethics and community policing, and improve transparency in disciplinary procedures. The Inspector General of Police assures the public that these measures are taken with the utmost seriousness and are integral to restoring and maintaining their trust. He re-emphasized that the NPF is dedicated to fostering a culture of accountability and respect within all ranks to ensure that police officers serve with integrity.
My name is Olumiwa Adejobi, the first public relations officer of the Nigeria Police Force. The Nigeria Police speaks tough on indiscipline, professional misconduct, sanctions erring officers, subject senior officers to full disciplinary committee hearings. In a decisive move to uphold the highest standards of professionalism and integrity within the Nigeria Police Force, the Inspector General of Police, IGP Kayode Adeolu Egbetokun, PhD, NPM, has emphasized his administration's zero-tolerance policy towards any form of indiscipline. He stressed that the mandate of the police is to serve and protect with honor and integrity. And as such, all breaches of the core values of the Nigerian Police Force will be met with decisive action to maintain public trust and ensure justice. In line with this policy, all cases reported against personnel have been creditably attended to, and justice has been done appropriately. Many of the hearing officers have been sanctioned, while some cases are still at the on-the-road trial level and will soon be concluded. For instance, the police inspector has been dismissed from service while 3 others were demoted to their previous ranks following thorough investigations which confirmed their involvement in various acts of indiscipline and crime. One inspector, Adabo Mohammed, was dismissed for the offenses of criminal conspiracy, armed robbery, kidnapping, and corrupt practices. The dismissed officer, along with 5 others, were members of an armed robbery gang responsible for the robbery of the sum of 29.8 million from a victim in Gwagwalada Federal Capital Territory, as well as the kidnapping of one Ikechukwu Emmanuel Okafo in Tunga Manje, and the collection of ransom of 4.4 million naira. The ex-officer has been charged to court accordingly. Similarly, the trial of Inspectors Osage Effort, Semiu Agbeki, and Francis Ahueng, attached to the Special Tactical Squad (STS), have been demoted to their previous rank of sergeants for the extortion of some motorists in the Federal Capital Territory. The trial intercepted an unregistered Mercedes-Benz at Guaripa, Abuja, and forced the occupants to part with a total sum of 29.4 million naira. The matter, when reported via the social media platform X, that is formerly known as Twitter, was taken up and properly investigated. While the monies have been returned to the complainants, the officers were subjected to early room trials in line with the extant laws and have been demoted accordingly. Also, recognizing that accountability must be enforced at all levels, some senior officers have been subjected to the first disciplinary committee hearings. These hearings are part of an exhaustive of misconduct against high-ranking officers of the force. This wave of disciplinary actions is part of a broader initiative to implement comprehensive reforms within the police force. These reforms aim to strengthen internal oversight mechanisms, enhance training programs focused on ethics and community policing, and improve transparency in disciplinary procedures. The Inspector General of Police assures the public that these measures are taken with the utmost seriousness and are integral to restoring and maintaining their trust. The IGP emphasized that the Nigerian police force is dedicated to fostering a culture of accountability, transparency, patriotism, proactiveness, and respect within all ranks to ensure that police officers serve with integrity. Gentlemen, this is the journey so far in connection with our effort to make sure we transcend our system and we bequeath to Nigerians that Nigerian police force, police institution that is people friendly, professionally competent, rule of law, compliant, and service driven. The police force remains an agency that will never cover up any officer of any misconduct. All cases reported against our personnel are attended to. We want to urge Nigerians to continue to partner with us, to have a police force, people-friendly police force, a police force that anyone can stand firm to defend and to admire. We need to work collectively to sanitize this system. Complain any infractions, professional misconduct, disciplinary actions, and of course, any misconduct whatsoever, report to us so that we can adequately look into such and do justice accordingly. We don't want people to take laws into their hands. When some of our men misbehave, please, we have not given you any cane to flog them. We have not given you any horse whip to flog them. Report their misconduct to us, we will do the needful as we should. It's not the first time we are attending to cases and complaints against our personnel. And many can testify to the fact that we do due diligence when it comes to attending to some of these issues. And we want you to continue relating with us. Our social media handles are there, our links are there, numbers of all command PROs, zonal PROs, and key officers from this department have been publicized. We want you to make use of these numbers, contact us, make use of our links, get across to us, and your complaints will be attended to. We want to appreciate your efforts so far in working with us and making sure we have that respected Nigerian police force and that police institution that is for all of us in this country. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your day.
Osazuwa Radio, bringing you the news in a more digital way.